welcome back to the Crochet with Kelsey channel. I have a very fun video planned for us today with a very special guest. So for those of you who haven't seen Nick in my other videos, Nick is my lovely fiance, and he's gonna tell us a little bit about what we're gonna do in this video today.
Hey everyone. Retake. I will be choosing a few colors of yarn and giving her a surprise animal that she has to make.
And then he's gonna rate how I did on a scale of 1 to 10.
That is correct.
So let's go ahead and pick out some yarn. So you can choose from any of these yarns that we have over here, or any of these yarns that we have over here.
This one.
Okay.
This one. No, not that one. Too light.
You have quite a few to pick from.
Too dark. Just right. And then the last color.
Oh, there's 4?
Can there be 4?
I guess this is your choosing.
I don't know if you'll need this color or not.
Okay.
But it's a maybe.
I have no idea what animal is that color.
Any guesses at all?
Something green?
Yes.
Dinosaur?
No.
I don't know.
Iguana.
Iguana!
I'm gonna make an iguana.
With all those colors?
Yeah.
Okay.
Multicolored.
Okay.
I don't know about the yellow. Maybe like its talons or something.
So the yellow isn't mandatory.
No, but these 3 I feel like are pretty close to the colors of an iguana.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see what I can do with that.
Yep.
So after sitting down and looking at some different photos of iguanas, I realized that this is going to be a harder task than I expected. I was expecting maybe something cute and fuzzy like a bear, but no, I need to make an iguana. So this picture is going to be my inspiration photo, and I'm going to do the main body color in this because the lightest color on the iguana is the main body color. And then for the darker little scales that it has, I'm going to do this peacock blue color. And then for the little stripes that he has going on, even though those are the same color as the spikes, I'm going to make them in this color so that I can use all the yarns that he picked out for me. Overall, I'm pretty impressed with the color palette that he selected. I think that these colors look really good together, and I'm just hoping I can pull off making an iguana and that it actually looks like an iguana when I'm done. So this is also a little bit tricky because this is baby bear yarn, and it's a little bit thinner than this parfait chunky yarn. So I think I'm just gonna use a 4mm hook for the entire project because that's normally what I would use with this smaller yarn. And let's just hope that using these different yarns together ends up looking okay. So let's get started. All right, so I worked on the body a little bit, and this is where I've landed for now. It is a little chunky, but that's okay. I feel like there's freedom in amigurumi to give your plushies fun little features, so his is a belly. But I think I kind of did a good iguana head shape, and I'm probably gonna give him some kind of little eye details, either embroidery or making a chain to kind of give him that squinty eye look that iguanas kind of have. I don't know, I'm pretty proud of the body shape so far, and I think whenever I add the tail and I add the little arms on, it will come together quite nicely. I kind of want it to be able to stand up like this, and then the tail is kind of just on the ground, so that might make it a little difficult to figure out what to do with the legs, but I have some ideas in the works, so let me know how you think I'm doing so far. I think I'm doing pretty good for the task at hand. So next, I'm just gonna crochet his little tail, and I'm gonna start incorporating that dark green color, and we'll see what it looks like. I'm hoping that by using a smaller hook with the Parfait Chunky, it ends up looking to be around the same size as the baby bear, but as you can tell, this yarn is pretty small, so the projects come out pretty small too. So his little body is now complete. Iguanas do have really long tails, and I don't know if I made this long enough or not, but I'm gonna add some little legs and see. If it doesn't look like an iguana, I'll just call it a dinosaur. But at least I tried my hardest. So for the legs, I was thinking I was gonna do something similar to my Aravel and Tazarith 2-in-1 dragon pattern, and they're able to stand up because I make little toes for them. So I'm hoping I can accomplish the same thing with this little iguana. So I've now completed the little feet. I'm pretty happy with the way that they look. They're flat on the bottom and they look like that. After doing some extensive research, I realized that iguanas have 5 toes. Their toes are kind of sharp at the end, and it was kind of hard to achieve that shape, so I kind of went with a chain with slip stitches in it, but I kind of got that shape. And hopefully it'll be able to stand up on its own whenever I sew those on. So for the front ones, I think I'm gonna put them a little bit farther down on the body so that he can kind of be tilted up. And then for the back legs, I'm gonna put them a little higher on the body, so it'll look something like that. So let's sew them on and see what happens. So now I have all the legs sewn on, and it's time for the moment of truth. Let's see if he can stand up. He can kind of stand up. That's pretty much the best that I was hoping for. Oh, I think he's turning out pretty cute. So whenever you take a look at iguanas, it almost looks as if their legs are like broken or something. And that's kind of what this looks like. I didn't stuff the legs at all so that they'd be able to bend in weird ways. So I think that this can definitely pass as an iguana so far. But we still have one more color to add. So let's figure out how we're going to incorporate that. This lovely iguana diagram helped me more than I'd like to admit. So here's our little iguana so far, and we still have to incorporate this color. So I'm thinking for the crest, which is the scales along the head, I'm going to use that color. And then male iguanas have something called a dewlap. That is that little piece that goes down their neck area, kind of. So let me go check with Nick and see if he wants this to be a girl or a boy. Do you want it to be a girl or a boy iguana?
No, here.
Pick one.
Girl.
Girl, okay. You heard the man, he said girl. So we are not going to make the little dewlap piece. Look at how cute Max is with his little buddy. That plushie is the pattern that AI wrote for me, so don't judge me on that. So as we can tell from my wonderful iguana picture, the crest kind of starts near the back of the head. So I think that I'm going to start it about right here. So to make it, I'm just going to be surface crocheting. So I attached my new yarn. I'm just gonna chain 2, and then I'm going to slip stitch in the next stitch on the body. And now that I'm looking at it, I think that I might need to chain a few more, and I also think I want to start up a little farther on the head. So I'm just gonna restart, and I'm actually gonna chain 3. And then I'm gonna slip stitch in the second and third chains. And then I'm gonna slip stitch in the next stitch on the body. Oh yeah. And I'm just gonna do that all the way down until I get to the tail. And it looks like it only has a few bigger spikes, so I'm gonna switch up the stitches down the body. So that's what we have so far, and I can't really tell from the picture that I have if it has little scales or not. It looks like it has tiny little scales, but whenever I look at the picture, the diagram, you can't really see them. So I think I'm gonna stop right there. I'm just gonna do one more little slip stitch and call it a day. I think he's cute. He has his little mohawk now. So the last thing I want to do is I want to add some little details on the eyes, some little eyelids. So let's do that. They kind of have almond shaped eyes, so I think I'm probably going to try to do an eyelid at the top and the bottom to make it look more realistic. So I actually think that the one eyelid on top is enough, and I don't know, I think it's ready for Nick to rate it, and we'll see how I did. Let's call him up and see what he thinks. So for just freehanding this off of a photo, I think I did an okay job. It's definitely not my best work, but I'd love to know your honest ranking in the comments. Are you ready to see it?
I'm ready.
Do you think it's gonna be good?
I hope so. Whoa.
It can stand up.
You really did it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
So what would you rank it? Scale of 1 to 10. Do you want to see a picture of an actual, what is it?
Iguana.
Do you want to see a picture of an actual iguana to rank it against?
Sure. Wow, I'd give that 9 out of 10. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you want more fun content.
See you next time! What do you think Max would rank it?
10.